And so you find yourself feeling maybe a little stuck in life. So why not make shift happen? Up next, an author and a transformational speaker behind the soulblazing movement shares her advice, making big changes and taking charge of your life. That's coming up next.
I just finished my segment on Good Morning Arizona, and I loved talking to their audience because they got so excited and I got so much positive responses and people wanting to join community. So I'm going to start another Zoom. Yes, another Zoom in about 2 weeks. So if you want to join and unravel your false narratives that are holding you back and fear and anxiety and be with a like-minded community, join us. All the information will be on soulblazing.com and on social media.
All right, well, it's happened to all of us at some time or another. We get to a point in our lives where maybe you're just feeling stuck. It's tough to know what to do to really make some big changes to get your life in the direction you want to go. So that is something our next guest knows all too well. Lisa Haisha is a life coach, author, transformational speaker, TV host, and avid traveler. And she's all about helping others. So Make Shift Happen through Soulblazing is that book there. So Lisa, thanks so much for joining us. So what exactly do you mean when you use the term soulblazing?
Well, soulblazing came about when I was working in Chauchila prison. And one of the prisoners was very tough and she didn't want to be there, but they get bonus points. And I said, okay, I'm going to try something different with you than what I normally do. So I reached out and I held her hands and I was looking at her in the eyes and I was just putting out the message of I love you, I love you. And then I mirrored her and mirrored her darkness and her lightness and got to a point where she started crying, tears rolling down her cheeks and said, Lisa, you just blazed my soul. So I went, you just gave me the, name of my business, Soulblazing, instead of life coach. So it's really a way of connecting heart to heart, soul to soul, more than, your mind, just really analyzing.
Yeah, and I think blazing is just like a strong word to use, right? When you think of trailblazing, soulblazing, it means, hey, we're making some big changes. So I know one of the things you talk about is finding your true north. So what exactly does that mean and how should someone go about finding that?
Well, when people are working on themselves, when they have issues, they have to look about what are they saying to themselves every day. They say we have thousands of thoughts a day and most of them are repeated and most of them are negative. So we have to look and say, what are we saying to ourselves and how many times and who gave us that thought? What are my false narratives that I've been telling myself all these years that are holding me back? One of the main things I get from clients is I keep doing everything right. I'm moving forward. I'm writing those books or I'm networking. I'm doing this and that, but my life still isn't working and I don't know how to make money and things aren't working out. And it's because of those voices in your head, which I call imposters, because after working with many people, I started seeing patterns and I narrowed it down to 7, like your overthinker, your fixer, your seductor, your victim, whatever. We all come from a place and that's how we see the world. We don't see the world as it is. We see it as we are and we project that.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. And when you're talking about those thoughts we all have, I can certainly attest that I definitely have the same thoughts every day about something. Maybe I should just leave it behind to move on, like you're saying. So personally, I understand what you're saying. So what compelled you to leave your home in San Diego at 18 and venture out into the world? And how has that impacted your life?
Well, it was actually at 22.
Okay.
What happened was I grew up under a Baghdad roof in San Diego, and we had a lot of restrictions, and I didn't get to do sleepovers or go camping, all those kind of fun stuff. So I was so curious about the world, what's out there, and a hunger for meeting different people and diverse people. So I took a European vacation with a friend, and we went there for a couple of weeks, the traditional backpack.
Sure.
Trip. Yeah, everything $7 a night, youth hostels, the whole thing. and then once I did that, I got ripped off everywhere. I had I'm naive, comes rip me off on my forehead. And so all those experiences really taught me about people, and there's so much more to learn. And it got me addicted to travel. And then I wanted to go see my roots in Iraq. And then I went to an orphanage there and
Wow.
started talking to the kids, and they're like, why is everyone bombing us? Why my father lost his leg, my uncle this. And that led me on a 5-year journey through 15 countries.
Wow.
And I think that just spiraled into over 80 countries now.
Yeah, I can imagine, I can't speak from experience, but just going into an area like that and just really opening your eyes to all these different things. So if you want to learn more about soulblazing, you got it all here. You got a book, you've got all the different things you do, transformational speaker. So thank you so much for joining us and really giving us insight into your mindset, Lisa. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.